how this small business went public from one phone case to the stock market. Everyone loves a good story. And today I have got one about a guy named Omer. No MBA, no investor friends, just an idea, a 3D printer, and a dream. This is how he went from a sole proprietor to running a publicly listed company. It explains simply like a story. Omer's journey from a single idea to the stock market. Omer wasn't born with a silver spoon. He has no MBA, no investor friends, just a guy with a problem to solve. He was tired of cheap phone cases that broke in a month. So, in his tiny room with borrowed tools, he started making his own steady symbol with a grip that actually worked. He posted a photo on social media. Someone messaged him, "Hey, can I buy one?" He sold one, then five, then 20. That's how it began. At the time, he didn't even know he was technically running a sole proprietorship. It means the business is you. Legally, there is no difference. If someone sues the business, there is suing you. If the business fail, you personally owe the debt. Omar didn't think about that. He was just excited to make money doing something he built. But things got real fast. Customers were coming back, word spread, local shops wanted to stock his cases. He bought a 3D printer on credit, then another. And then a shipping error. A customer overseas didn't get their order. They threatened legal action. That's when Omar paused. He wasn't scared of hard work, but risk. He needed a better shield. He talked to a mentor who explained LLP, Limited Liability Partnership. Think of an LLP like this. It is a business with its own legal identity. It is not just Omar's thing anymore. It is its own person in the eyes of a law. If the something goes wrong, the business is responsible, not Omar personally. He registered Omar Design LLP, brought in his cousin Faizan as a partner, and began operating more professionally. They split responsibilities. Omar handled production and branding. Faizan dealt with the supplier and finance. The business grew slowly but steadily. They were making decent money, but they hit a wall. They couldn't grow faster without capital. They wanted to build an e-commerce site, automate part of production, and stock more materials in advance. But banks weren't willing to lend without assets. That's when Omar learned about private limited companies. In a private limited company, your business is made up of shares, pieces of ownership you can sell to raise money. It is more respected legally, safer for investors, and scalable. So they converted Omer Design LLP into Omer Design Private Limited. Now they could raise capital and they did. Omer pitched his story to a local startup meetup. One evening, an older man in the audience, an angel investor, approached him afterward. "I like what you are building," he said. "You have solved a real problem and people love your product. I will invest 15 lakhs, but I want monthly updates and I want to help you grow." It wasn't just the money, it was mentorship. That angel helped them improve packaging, rebrand the website, and launch on Amazon. Sales jumped. With proof of demand, Oma pitched to venture capitalists. These are firms that invest in startups with a high potential. Venture capitalists don't just give money, they help scale operation, hire talent, and open networks. They secure a Series A funding, several crores, and used it to open a small factory unit, hire staff, and run targeted marketing campaigns. Now Omar had a team of 25, a loyal customer base, and a brand that was gaining recognition. But new problem emerged: cash burn, operational leaks, managing people. He was no longer just building products, he was building systems. Some nights he doubted himself. Maybe I was better off when it was just me and my printer. But Faison reminded him, we didn't come this far to stop growing. And grow they did. Within 5 years, they hit 100 crore rupees in annual revenue. They were leaders in their category. And yet they were outgrowing venture capital. Venture capital wanted exit, Omer wanted freedom. So they made the boldest decision yet to go public. That means turning into public limited company and preparing for an IPO, initial public offering. IPO, listing your company on the stock market so regular people can invest in it. You get massive capital to grow and investors get a piece of the pie. It wasn't easy. They hired auditors, compliance, expert and invest bankers. The company's financials had to be transparent, every rupee accounted for. They spent a year preparing. Omar met with institutional investors, answered tough questions, and learned more about corporate governance than he ever imagined. The night before IPO day, Omar couldn't sleep. He started at the ceiling, thinking about the first K he shipped in the shoebox. The next morning, it happened. Omar Design Limited was officially listed on the stock exchange. The stock opened higher than expected. News outlet covered it. His team cheered, his parents cried. From his bedroom to the Bombay Stock Exchange, Omar's idea had become a moment. But the journey didn't end there. Public companies come with new pressure, quarterly earnings, investor calls, board meetings. But Omar was ready. He had built more than a business. He had built trust, culture, and brand that stood for quality and simplicity. Now he is not just the CEO of a public company. He is a symbol for every student, creator, and hustler who believes that something small can grow into something global. Because behind every IPO is a kid who just wanted to make a better phone case. What I got from this story is this. This wasn't just about a product. It was a journey of structure, trust, and transformation. Omar's journey is the story of a first time founder who started with a simple product idea, a better phone case, and turned it into a public listed company. He moved from a sole proprietorship to an LLP, then to private limited company, each step enabling growth, legal protection, and investment readiness. He secured angel investment for branding and e-commerce, then raised venture capital to scale operations. Eventually, he outgrew venture capital expectations and listed his company through a successful IPO. The summary. Thanks for watching Oema Stock Insight. Real stories, real journeys. Follow more.